Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about yet another Sundance movie, a midnight series movie for Sundance called Hatching, directed by Hanna Bergholm, which is a Finnish horror movie that is very weird. This is a very strange and very disturbing horror movie that I really did love some parts of it. And I don't think it's a perfect horror movie. I think it definitely has a lot of flaws. But it is the perfect example of what I wanted from this movie and from the image of this movie that I saw. The premise of this little girl finding an egg and it hatching this like doppelganger creature that comes from this egg that's just really, really disturbing and gross and weird. And this film is just bizarre. That's all I can say about it. It's a bizarre, really fun, entertaining, bloody good movie that has a lot of interesting ideas within it. At its core, this movie is really about parenthood, about a story between a mother and a daughter, and this story of, this mother essentially being an influencer. You guys, I'm sure you guys have seen the different family YouTube channels, and you've heard the different drama with, like, Daddy05, I think, was a YouTube channel that was really exploiting their kids for views, essentially, and for money. Those are terrible people. These parents are terrible, and the parents in this film are awful. I hated them so much, and the mother in this film is a despicable person, but you couldn't help but love her performance in it as being just the perfect hateable character. She does a wonderful job at balancing, this version of the character that is just very smiley in front of the camera, very, putting presenting the perfect aspects of what you would want from a mother at the forefront of her performance, but behind it, behind her eyes, you really just see this sort of despicable nature that she has, this like sort of like, yes, she does care about her kids. She does care about her kids. And I think that's one thing that this movie really needed for this film, because if you just hate these characters and you think that they're so despicable and have no redeeming qualities at all, you would have just walked out of this movie just purely despising her character. But you can tell that she does care about her kids, but just in her own very darkly twisted way. And so that makes her character so fascinating, so complex. And it made it so enjoyable to watch her performance and to love to hate her throughout this entire film. And the daughter in this film is a revelation. She is incredible in this film. And like in the movie Duel with Karen Gillan, this young actress is playing two roles. She's playing dual characters, very different types of characters. One more horrifically monster-like, and one very innocent, very caring young girl that is just struggling with dealing with her parents and different things that her mom does to her, and with different relationships that her mom has that affects her as a daughter. And so there's so many different ideas with this young actress that is so incredible. And I think that having a director that is able to get this performance from this child actor is very impressive. This film is also gorgeous. The direction, the cinematography, and the production design of this film is so perfect. It's so pristine. It's so colorful and very different for a horror movie. At times it does have that different aspects of a horror movie that feel a little cliched. The ring girl that's kind of twisting and you hear the bone snapping, that sort of thing is definitely in this film. But the creature design of it all, and the production design, and all the look of this film, and the just grossness of especially this creature is insane. I cannot wait for this movie to come out for you guys to see what this thing looks like. I know this movie actually does have a trailer, but I didn't watch the trailer because I didn't want to know anything about it. But this thing is disturbing. It's gross. It's very well done. It's a practical creature, like an animatronic. They got the animatronic who did some of the special effects for like the Star Wars movies and for a bunch of different things, and it looked incredible. You can tell that so much effort went into the practicality of this movie. And yes, there are some CG elements that are slightly noticeable at times, especially when you're not using the physical thing. When you put the physical thing and you cut it with a CG shot, yes, it's a little noticeable, but I didn't care because it looked so great. It was so terrifying. It was so disturbing. This movie is very, very gross and disturbing. But honestly, I think I have some similar flaws for this movie that I had with both You Won't Be Alone and with Duel, which is some of the side characters, some of the other supporting characters that's not the mother and daughter. They really don't have much to do. And there's one character in this film that you would think you would expect to hate, because he pops up, in the middle of the movie, and you're wondering, especially the relationship that this character has with the mom, you want to hate him, but he's the most likable character in this entire movie besides the daughter. Those two characters I loved, and I felt so bad for this guy and the situation that he is put in throughout this movie. But the dad character and the brother, they have nothing to do. Some of the other characters at the gymnastics place, they have nothing to do. The daughter of the neighbor, she really doesn't have much to do in this movie, which is unfortunate because the characterization of the mother and daughter are so perfectly clear that some of these other characters just don't get the care and attention that they do. And similar to Duel, the ending of this film subverts all expectations, and I think that some people will walk out of it not really knowing how to feel. And I think I was okay on the ending. I kind of wanted things to happen a little differently, or I was expecting things to happen a little differently, but in terms of the characters, I see what they were going for with the ending of their arcs, but I don't think each character ended in a way that was satisfying for those characters and for the audience to be satisfied with the endings of those characters. So, did you guys get a chance to see Hatching at the Sundance Film Festival? This was definitely an experience. I loved the experience of watching this movie. It was very, very enjoyable because I love horror movies, and this is definitely the biggest horror movie that I saw throughout this entire festival. I think Fresh and this one both got a reaction out of me that I was just not expecting. I think those are the best experiences that I had watching any movies throughout this film festival. I still have one more to watch, but those two movies left me with a feeling that I didn't feel with any of the other ones. So have you guys seen Hatching? Definitely comment down below if you did. Let me know what you guys think of this film. If you enjoyed this review, definitely leave it a like and definitely subscribe to the channel if you want to see more reviews for Sundance. I have a few more to go and I'm excited to finish off talking about Sundance with all of you guys. So thanks guys for watching this video and I hope to see you all in my next one.